So yeah, the past 4 days we've been in a village called Kuala. That's actually the village where the majority of the massacres were happening, including the beheading of babies. And we saw tragic things happening. I mean, we're reservist soldiers. I'm 30 years old. Most of my friends are in their 40s with kids, with wives at home that were being taken out of our civilian life, have to fight them to defend our country. We saw some of the most horrific things, bodies of men, women, children, elderly, just gunned down, knifed, killed in all different kinds of ways, things that are unimaginable. And it's a really hard time that we're experiencing now in Israel, but we're going to stay strong and we're going to pull through.
So you left the United States to come to Israel to fight for your country. You're a dual citizen?
I also actually have citizenship in France because my parents loved to travel growing up, but I see myself as a Jew. Israel's my home, it's where I'm from, where my ancestors are from, and where my descendants belong. And it's where I came to serve in the army at 17 years old. I finished the army in 2013, but in Israel we have to serve as a reservist till age 40 because days like this may come.
Yep, mandatory military service. Maybe some other country should try that. I think that's good for the soul. Good luck out there. Thanks for watching. And welcome to Hamley. We begin tonight with a Fox News alert. It is 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. It is 4 a.m. in Gaza, where the lights tonight again are out. Power has been severed from the city as Israel now continues to besiege Hamas in preparation for what will be a full-scale ground assault that could begin, frankly, at any moment. As Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, this invasion will resonate with Israel's enemies for generations and will change the Middle East. Now, more than 100,000 Israeli soldiers, they are now amassing at Gaza's border. Over 300,000 reservists have been called up in all the last 48 hours. Residents of Gaza reportedly received this text message telling them to flee to Egypt immediately. You stay. Now, I can tell you, and I can promise you, been a longtime friend of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and I can assure you that he means everything that he says, and he will follow through. Unlike your President Joe Biden, who is weak and frail, Israel is a very strong leader. The days of Hamas brutalizing the region, they are now officially numbered. This will now end, hopefully once and for all, and the only people to blame for all of this is Hamas, the terror group that has in their charter the destruction of Israel, and Iran, that we now was involved in the plotting and the planning and the scheming in the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, and they gave their approval. Anyway, this group of Hamas is about to be fully eliminated from the planet Earth. Israel cannot and must not accept anything less than that. You cannot coexist with evil with monsters.
Come, lead me to what it is I
last weekend's barbaric terror attacks, well, the worst it gets. Here's a viewer warning. I would actually really like to show all of this to you. What we're about to show you is extremely gruesome. But every adult, frankly, every adult American, you need to see this. You need to fully absorb what is the reality of evil in this world, in our time, or frankly, you'll never understand the need to defeat it and destroy it. What is evil about? It's all about killing, stealing, and destroying. And over the weekend, it was on display. An army of Hamas terrorists, they went door to door, breaking into homes, murdering entire families, in the most ways imaginable, before killing the family pet and setting homes ablaze. Well, some Israelis were shot, others were stabbed. Women were beaten, women were raped, elderly, even Holocaust survivors, and young kids were abducted. According to one report, one young Israeli couple, they were murdered inside of their home, but they were able to save their twin babies by hiding them in a safe room. As their parents lay dead in a pool of blood, those two babies left alone for 12 hours before they were rescued. Other infants, they were not so lucky. Hamas shot one pregnant woman in the stomach. She did survive, but the unborn child did not. Take a look at your screen. These are the bodies, dead bodies, from one small town in southern Israel, where we now know and have confirmed at least 40 babies were murdered, babies, and some beheaded by Hamas. How sick and woke do people go? Take a look.
I'm talking to some of the soldiers, and they say what they've witnessed as they've been walking through these different areas, these different communities. Babies, their heads cut
Frankly, it would be too gruesome for TV. If I had my way, editorial control,
What have you got for me?
show it.
Apart
But you
from
know
that
what?
slave kid I already told you about.
So stick with you for
Someone's
the
been
rest of your
sniffing
life.
around the garage asking
Any
questions.
Yeah, because of my job, I had to
Is it the
watch
one we reported last time?
will never be
That
erased from my
troublemaker,
memory.
Bashi.
Elderly women,
This one is
they are
new.
executed while
No
their
one seems to know
murders are
anything
live
about it.
streamed on social
What are we
media.
doing then?
And living rooms
I'm
covered
carrying
in
letters for the boss and you're wasting my time.
women, children,
Come back when you've got a name.
as Hamas terrorists come back over and over and over again, filling their lifeless bodies with yet more bullets and more bullets. More than 1,000 innocent civilians, including at least 14 of our fellow Americans, murdered in
Acts as usual.
If you want to look at it and compare it to our population, Israel's population, it would be the equivalent of over 35,000 Americans killed in a single day. Wow. Many others abducted, and now they're inside Gaza. Not a lot of
These two were gathering information for someone called Duan bin Arsian. Duan's father will be heavily guarded. I should return to Ali and discuss the next move.
Being executed by Hamas, one American was abducted by Hamas during the music festival, sent this final text to his mother, quote, I love you. I'm sorry. According to witnesses on the ground, he lost an arm from the elbow down during the attack. Loaded on the back of a pickup truck with 5 other hostages, they were driven away. What kind of people, act like this? How does a person do something that unspeakable? How did these terrorists become so evil?
You return. What have you done? What I have done. Is this what your freedom looks like? I do not follow your creed, nor do I answer to the hidden ones. This is the price of war. Beshi would disagree. Beshi does not lead this rebellion. He does his part and I do mine. But enough. What have you discovered? The missing slaves were taken at the order of one called Duan bin Arsian. Something big is happening soon. I do not know what. I do. This was said my men are being interrogated and are to be executed by their leader afterward at the villa. Ali, the informant mentioned Beshi by name. They are looking for him. Let them know. Go free my men. I will prepare our attack on the villa. Meet me at the farm when you are done.
اليهود أطفالهم بعمين مع الشرطة والدمار والقتل والضغط.
بيدها الصغيرة وجوه الدمار الحقيرة راها العدو كره بطولتها صوب البندقية وأطلق الرصاصة.
And as they get older, they get taught that if they martyr themselves, well, 72 virgins await them in heaven. Now, there are actual terror training camps for children actually inside of Gaza with simulated attacks against both the Jews. This is how your tax money, by the way, is being spent. Money that Joe Biden has given them. Terror training camps for children. Anti-Semitic cartoons, grenades, rockets, ammunitions, tunnels for terrorists. They're supposed to be using that cement, electricity, all for hospitals and schools. So they build tunnels so they can sneak into Israel, capture and kill Israelis. Plenty of weaponry. And more bad news, by the way. This radical extremism has been exported all around the globe. Take a look at your screen. This was the Free Palestine in New York City. Take a look there. Celebrate. I think that's the one where a guy has a Nazi insignia.
This looks like the farm where Ali's men are being held.
Terror attacks, smiling, chanting.
Show me everything.
Of a swastika. Similar celebrations taking place in London, in England, and in Sydney, in Australia, where Free Palestine demonstrators there were chanting, quote, "Gas the Jews." Don't believe me? Take a look. Gas the Jews, and Jewish people in Australia have been told to stay home. Wow. Back Back in Chicago, the group Black Lives Matter, they're standing in solidarity with Hamas, posting this image apparently glorifying the terrorists, the ones that raped, murdered, abducted hundreds of young, unarmed civilians at that concert dedicated to peace. That's where 260 innocent people plus were killed. Meanwhile, student leaders on college campuses around the country are planning a day of resistance to support the terrorist group Hamas. Dozens of student groups at Harvard, 31 groups directly blaming Israel over what happened, all coming together in support of Hamas. Is this what they're learning at Harvard University? Bigotry, anti-Semitism, outright hate. All this woke world, this cancel culture world, that's okay with Harvard and these alumni and all these people that donate, billions of dollars. Really, it's truly vile. People now walk among us that have been indoctrinated by communist professors, terrorists. Others have been infiltrating our wide open southern border, by the way, for years. Look at this. According to a leaked internal report from U.S. Customs and Border Protection, we have thousands of special interest aliens from Middle Eastern countries. They've all crossed our border since 2021. Thanks, Joe. Do we know who they are? Do we know why they're here? Who financed their journey? Do we know how many got away undetected across our wide open borders? Is anyone in the Biden administration at all concerned about this? At the end of this, Joe Biden's third year as president, we will have allowed over 8 million illegal immigrants into this country with zero vetting. I can guarantee the terrorist cells are in this country as part of that figure.
Ali is waiting just outside the fence. Go, quickly. The widow's son is not here.
And you can thank Joe Biden and his open borders policy. When that happens, mark my words, not training along, but I doubt it. We'll wake up one day. Oh, it turns out they came in and jumped over the borders, and 99% of the people are allowed to stay. What about the Americans who are now being held hostage, Joe? What is the White House doing to rescue them? Because you pretty much told Americans they can't get out of Israel because commercial airlines are not flying into it. That's pretty much on your own. What are you going to do this time? Families are now begging Biden to do more. We paid for almost 1,000 aircraft, jet aircraft, that this country owns. Maybe you could send Air Force One over to pick them up. As of this afternoon, one family had yet to receive any communication from the Biden White House, not even a phone call. And by the way, during Biden's short speech today, he didn't even mention Iran, the country, behind last week, the #1 state sponsor of terror. No strong words, no confidence. at the altar of a leader of the free world power behind closed doors. But while Biden is showing weakness, Israel is going along, preparing for what will be a historic show of force. Pay attention, Johnny, you might learn something. This could reshape, likely will reshape the region forever. And a message will be sent loudly and clearly to every terrorist in the world. Don't mess with Israel, because you're going to get your asses kicked. Mark my words, that's coming next.
Your mother is waiting for you.
I'm
not going back yet. They killed my father. I will fight with the others. You're brave.
We are really
Fine.
300,000
Meet Ali outside the farm. That is all of you. I should meet with Ali.
There are amassing about 100,000 according to reports, troops on the border. Now we see non-stop air bombardments going on in preparation of this. His concerns is not to rush in. I would assume that probably Gaza is booby-trapped to death. Is that a fair assumption?
John, good evening. Absolutely, it's a fair assumption. We expect the Israelis will take their time before entering the Gaza Strip because if we're attacked right in,
Is everyone here?
The
one in Arslan dies now. We wait only for you.
And 50 airstrikes in this last hour using dozens of fighter jets targeting neighborhoods in the northern and eastern part of the Gaza Strip before they send troops in on the ground. Thousands of infantry troops are stationed near the border with Gaza. Today we saw tanks and APCs. They are wasting no time getting those troops to the border, even though on the sides of the road you can see the bodies of
I am ready. Let us go.
They stole you from your homes when you were free and brought you here to die in their fields and slaves.
Like dogs in Sharqiyya. Now they have taken more. No! I promise you a new life. I gave you my word. More join us every day. From the least in Baghdad to the greatest. Allah is with us. Our cause is righteous. Our justice is steady. God is great. God is great. There is no God but God is great.
And again, Israel's history stand that you talked about during your monologue. There are people questioning the reports that we have seen with our own eyes. What is happening is a massacre. It was a massacre Saturday morning. It was the largest killing of Jews since the Holocaust. More than 1,200 people, according to Israeli similar things inside Gaza. It would be an incredibly difficult urban battle environment, guerrilla warfare tactics, and a variety of tunnel systems that would be used against the Israelis when they enter Gaza. So they're trying to hit as much of that as they can from the air.
When word gets out of this victory, many will join our
What
cause. Duran bin Arslan was carrying orders. He was to report to superiors at the officers' club in Sharqiyya. Those superiors may be who ordered the execution. Does it name them? It uses code names. Al-Rukh and Al-Aishma. Only the order uses such names. I will go to this club and see what I can find. I wish. I must return and wait for them. Be careful, Ali. The Khalifa will be hunting you both out. There are things we cannot hide from if we are to be truly free. I should go to the officers' club in Sharqiyya.
you might be able to do it in 7 months. And you leave those billions of dollars of weapons behind, I promise they're going to be in your grandchild of mine someday. That statement age 12. There's some reports on hands of Hamas terrorists. Joining us now, former National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien is with us. Bibi Netanyahu says that they will a force that will be remembered for generations. I've known Prime Minister Netanyahu now for almost 3 decades. I'm pretty much 100% certain he means what he says. When he says the Middle East will be reconfigured as a result of this, evil attack on their homeland, I believe he means it. What are your thoughts?
Well, I know Bibi well also, Sean, and I think he means what he says. Look, he's got no choice. I mean, if anyone who wants to know other people exist in the world, just need to look at the top of your monologue and hear about the babies being killed. I mean, what kind of person goes house to house and beheads babies? These are civilians who were killed collaterally in a military attack. These are civilians who are left in slaughter. This is a war that's barbarism. And the Israelis have no choice but one. It's going to be hard fighting, and as Trey pointed out, it's going to be like Fallujah. Our Marines have gone through similar fighting in Fallujah. You know what it's like. It's going to be hard for the Israelis. But they've got no choice but to root out, branch Hamas. Hamas can't be allowed to continue in Gaza. And it's got to be shut down. And by the way, if people want to know why Israel has to exist, look at the protests that are taking place, or the riots that are taking place in Sydney, London, and New York. And if you're a Jew, where are you going to go? You got to go to Israel. That's your safe haven. And that safe haven has been just violated by these terrorists. So I think today, some Americans may be against Israel. I stand behind Bibi Netanyahu. I know you do. And millions of Israelis, as they seek to find themselves in the attack per capita, for Israel, 9/11 was lost.
Well, if you extrapolate out the population of Israel versus the United States, and from the very earliest moments of this attack, said this is Israel 9/11, it would be the equivalent. We lost 2,977 Americans that day. We also lost many others due to 9/11 related illnesses, but that one day we lost 2,977. Basically, you extrapolate out their population, this 1,000 plus is what that would have been, losing well over 35,000 Americans in a single day. That is deep, that is profound, and yet the initial reaction of Joe Biden's State Department was, oh, please don't, let's not have any retaliation, a tweet that they eventually will pressure to take down.
Well, just take a look at the video that's playing next to you with the young boy who's being dragged into Gaza and the dog being shot. I mean, this is horrific, and we haven't seen the likes of this since World War II, when the SS groups went in behind the Wehrmacht and cleaned up towns and murdered every Jew. And it's unspeakable what we're watching. And our prayers aren't just for people of Israel, our prayers are with the IDF. And the soldiers are going to have to fight to root this evil out once and for all. And by the way, the propaganda that's usually talking to those children in Palestine and in Gaza, innocent young children having to watch that propaganda be turned into these monsters. Their leaders should be ashamed of themselves at the start of the place of California.
Any advice you have for the Prime Minister? What should America do, sir?
Well, America needs to stand by Israel, and I'll tell you, Sean, we're going to see in 2 weeks and 3 weeks as the Israelis fight their way through Gaza and trying to root out Hamas. People kind of coming in and saying, hey, this is enough, we need a ceasefire, we need a peace deal. We were standing by Ukraine for 1.5 years against Russia, and you and I from the start have been supporting Ukraine and supporting their right to defend themselves. We've got to stick in the Democratic Party as a system with Israel for 2 years. However long peace groups and the Israelis to stop their invasion. We need to show these videos and that there might be Israeli soldiers willing to die to defend their families and our loved ones.
Well, Brian, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Here with more Senator Lindsey Graham is with us. Senator, I know you were close. You have a close relationship with President Netanyahu, and that is your own supporter, as have I, this
I need you to be the peace.
you know, basically, I think in the history at this point, many have said, you know, the worst attack since the Holocaust with the number of dead. People talk about what the response should be. The response should be is that the
Taban, I need to flee.
and whatever that means for Gaza, that's just too bad.
Yeah, so how does this end for Israel?
Well, Sam.
You have to destroy Hamas. In terms of Hamas, kill them all. Gaza is going to look like Tokyo and Berlin at the end of World War II when this is over. And if it doesn't look that way, Israel made a mistake. The difference between Israel and Hamas, Israel's telling people living in Gaza, you better go to Egypt, you better go now. So I expect this military operation to be like taking Berlin and Tokyo. I expect Gaza to be occupied by the Israelis for years to come. There will never be a two-state solution with my support until the Palestinians reject Hamas and it's destroyed. But there's one thing we're not going to do. Hamas could not have done this without Iranian support. The Iranians are very much involved in this operation. They've been involved in supporting terrorism for decades. And here's what's going to happen. As Israel goes underground, the Iranians are going to threaten escalation. They're going to start killing the hostages as possible. And Hezbollah will start attacking Israel from the north. In that
Best I stay hidden.
To tell the Ayatollah, we will hold you accountable for the escalation and blow up the source of revenue, destroy the Iranian oil refineries and oil production capabilities. If Iran believes that, they might restrain Hamas. I don't know if that's even possible at this point. I feel sorry, at least Israel has the decency to warn the people of Gaza that are not part of Hamas. The people have been given
The officers' club. Now I'm on my side.
They've been told if you stay, you will die. I don't think Israel can be any more clear than that. But Israel does have a right, and they must exercise that right to defend themselves. Right. Nobody wants to see civilians get away.
Every civilian killed in Gaza, I'm blaming Hamas, not Israel. The Israelis will try to reduce civilian casualties. But at the end of the day, what did we do to end the Third Reich? We bombed Berlin and Turkey. That was the only way you could bring Hitler to an end. What did we do with Tokyo? It took nuclear bombs to pull back the national group. The people who were programmed since birth to hate the Jews. They're modern-day religious Nazis. You have to go into Gaza. You have to shut down Hamas as we know it. You have to occupy the area to get people you can live with there. Hamas doesn't want a two-state solution. It wants a one-state solution. The destruction of the Jewish people. The last group trying to do that to the Germans, look what happened. 50 million people died. The Israelis, when they say never again, they meant it. Damn it, they meant it. And the Cornell West and the Black Lives Matter group, who believes that Israel's responsible, that's bullshit. I know it's smart people, but the kids at Harvard, you're blaming the Israelis? Please. This is just absolutely appalling, disgusting to the Secretary General of the United Nations, who I consider a friend. You said today we had to understand this kind of a greater context.
What do you mean?
Two-state solution. They want to kill the Jews just like the Nazis did. I'm tired of easy Hamas apologizing for them. They want to kill Israel, so does the Iran. The Ayatollah wants to destroy the Jewish state. They don't want to coexist with Israel. This is not a land problem, a boundary problem. It's a problem of you cannot live in my world. My God determines that you die. The Germans believed that the Jews were inferior people, and their goal and the final solution was to eradicate the Jewish people. Well, Iran and Hamas believes that the Jewish people should die as a result of religious teachings. We're in a religious war here. I am with Israel. Do whatever the hell you have to do to defend yourself. Level the place. All right, Senator Graham, thank you for being with us tonight. Israel under attack over the weekend. Hamas militants cut through the Gaza border fence to commit brutal atrocities. Now, many Americans are concerned about our own southern border. We already know that over 150 people on the terror watch list were apprehended by Border Patrol just in the last fiscal year. What we don't know is we're now at 7.5 million by the end of this year, 3 years by this president. 8 million people will have entered this country thanks to Joe Biden aiding and abetting open borders. And by the way, it's open to the entire world, not just, by the way, certain countries. All over the world we see people coming. We're talking about so many thousands and thousands of people from countries with links to terrorism going across our border. No betting at all. But now even Democrats are voicing something. We've had on the program before, so welcome back. Thanks for having me, Sean. I really do appreciate your position on the border. I really, you and I are in agreement. It's interesting because everybody's now trying to analyze, whether there's a three-way race with you, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden, what would you more likely draw from? So I don't know. Democracy. You want to curb U.S. fossil fuel extraction. Ground you want to leave. You got to curb fossil fuel extraction. You support Democrats support Hillary, Obama. You support climate action. So, why did they kick you out? I'm giving you comments that you made in 2016, 17, 19. Endorsements, we know the years before Kerry, Obama, Hillary, Bernie Sanders, they're all recent quotes. The NRA quote you made about calling them a terror group was 2018. So these are recent positions you have. I'm not sure why the Democratic Party wouldn't allow you to compete.
Do you want to talk about my position? The Trump campaign.
You're not talking points. These are all candidate points. I do my own research.
No, but I saw that same list published this morning by the Trump campaign. It's the exact same list. And again, if you want to know what my position is,
Murder! Help! Kill him!
Time to vanish.
And this is not an insulting thing. You are historically very left of center, very liberal. And I agree with you. Your party treated you horribly. I think you deserve better. I don't like the way you look. I think you're being honest in your position. I don't think you can convince any conservative that you have any conservative meetings except for a couple of issues. Conservative bringing up the border, taking some of the policy. Where else would you say you're conservative?
well, I would describe myself at this point as
part of the conservative ideology or the Democratic ideology. I would describe myself as common sense ideology. If you ask me, Sean, about any particular issue, I'm happy to tell you what I feel about it, and I also am happy to listen to other people's opinions about it. All right, I'll ask you, do you still, do you still believe the NRA is a terror group? I support the Second Amendment like I do all the amendments to the Constitution. I didn't ask you if you supported the Second Amendment. You called in 2018, you said Parkland students are right, the NRA is a terror group. Do you believe that? I don't consider the NRA a terror group. You regret tweeting that in 2018?
This must be the officer's room. I need the key.
As I said, Sean, I don't consider them a terror group, and I support the Second Amendment. Do you regret endorsing Al Gore, John Kerry, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Bernie Sanders over the years? I don't recall endorsing Bernie Sanders. I like Bernie Sanders. I voted for...
Can't avoid me forever.
There's a lot of things about those candidates, the candidates who won, that I was disappointed in. I think that, we need to wind down the war machine of fraud.
What was that?
And I don't think that as Secretary of State, that she lived up to those expectations. So, but I'm not going to say that I didn't. I think I have a common sense approach to politics, and I'm happy, as I said, to talk to you about any of the issues. Come on, listen, I'd love to do another town hall with you. I actually enjoyed our time together. Stand by the position that you 2019 that I opposed for, banning fracking and banning oil and fossil fuel extraction. I've never believed in banning oil or banning fossil fuel extracting. What I've said is every subsidized energy. There's $5.2 trillion of subsidies that are being covered
The guards will be ever vigilant.
Yeah, I think he has a thing or two to say about it as we continue. Where do I get that press? The 6-part story is only Fox Nation. It's out.
Best keep to the shadows.
I make promises I keep them. No dream is too big, no challenge is too big. I want to make America great again.
My name is Linda, and I'm 76 years old. I always wanted to take a nap after lunch, and I just couldn't pull my eyes open. And since I've been taking vaccination, I've been able to relieve myself of this lump and get on with my day. I want to keep living my life with energy, and nature helps me do that.
Start now by going to balanceofnature.com and get 35% off your first order as a preferred customer by using discount code POPRADIO.
This is why thousands of people are switching to Pure Talk for their cellular service.
I always assumed that using a bigger provider had better coverage. It turns out that it's the same phone number, and it saves a bunch of money.
We have a 400 family, and we save about $70 a month.
With plans at $20 a month for unlimited talk, text, and now 3 days of data. Dial 8 or get Pure Talk to save 50% off your first month. With Pure Talk.
When a cyber being transfers the title of your home out to your name, it's wasting its time to stop the theft of your hard-earned equity. Anything now. This has happened until long after this time. You as the homeowner think you still own a house. 3 months later, you start getting foreclosure notices, and you realize you've got 4 mortgages on your house that you didn't even know existed.
So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim and all title up. This country has never been so divided. Are you a licorice lover or hater? We at licorice.com have 50 plus gourmet flavors that you'll flip out over. Get some for yourself or a licorice lover again. Licorice lovers unite at licorice.com.
They line up by the thousands, each one with a story that breaks your heart. Like Revette, every step brought her pain. Their only hope, Mercy Ships, the largest floating civilian hospital in the world, bringing free surgeries to people who have no other. $19 a month will help provide urgently needed surgery for someone who still suffering. So don't wait. Call 877-426-1096 or donate at mercyships.net.
This past year, we've all let ourselves go. But now it's time for everyone to step up their game. With Wolf and Shepherd. Wolf and Shepherd's great full grain Italian leather in classic styling. But they're not comfy shoes because I got them. Super comfortable. Okay, guys, let's get to work.
Tens of thousands of customers wrote about Carvana being smooth in their 5-star reviews, including Terry.
To be honest, I thought it was almost too smooth, but Carvana was super transparent from beginning to end. Car details, financing, every step, and there were no surprises.
Our monthly payment did come out lower than expected.
Then I got to pick up my Mustang in the vending machine, and it was so fun and exciting, I did a little dance. Trust me, financing my car with Carvana was super smooth.
Finance your next car with Carvana today.
Show me that.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
So one thing that Joe Biden and his administration do not want to see ever discuss the role that Iran played in these brutal terrorist attacks on Israel. Now, Wall Street Journal, they laid it out in no uncertain terms over the weekend. Maybe it's because they unfroze $6 billion in Iranian funds less than a month ago. And why they ever did that makes no sense to me. They are the #1 state sponsor of terror. He is the host of Life, Liberty, and Levin, and once again, a #1 New York Times bestseller. Democrat Party hates America. Life, Liberty, and Levin. It's a great one. I call him Mark Levin's son. I really have struggled when people are either sympathetic to or unwilling to call out evil for what it is. The Iranian mullahs that were up to their eyeballs in this. They're plotting, planning, scheming, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard involved. Not a word from your president. Why?
Let me tell you something. The fact of the matter is, Joe Biden rearmed the Iranian regime, that terrorist state. He rearmed Hamas, he rearmed Hezbollah, he rearmed the Palestinian terrorists. And How many mulligans does this guy get? Hey, what was that? How much blood on his hands will the American people tolerate? Apparently the Democrat Party has a very high threshold for somebody else. What is it going to take to wake up this guy who, during the day, is in some kind of a stupor? And his little cohort of Obama-like leftists who surround him. We're going to get so many people killed, including Americans. What he should have done today, of course, what any leader would do, wasn't Neville Chamberlain. And Neville Chamberlain looks like George Patton compared to Joe Biden. What he should have made clear to Iran is, if your surrogates murder any hostages, you'll take out members of your leadership team. Just the way Donald Trump did. But he's a coward. He won't do that. He should have said, starting tomorrow, I order the United States Navy to blockade any efforts by your ships to deliver any oil to anybody. And if you dare try to violate our blockade, that'll be the last thing you do. Everybody talks about a wider war. This could cause a wider war. Are people stupid? China's on the move, Russia's on the move, the Taliban has our equipment, Hezbollah, Hamas, Iran's on the move. Do they not understand that a world is about to come to war if we don't do something to put an end to this right now? Our borders are wide open. Dying here with fentanyl coming across. My advice to the Israelis is this. You take as much of our equipment as this government will give you, which is far less than the amount of money that they've given to the Iranians and the Palestinian terrorists multifold. But you ignore this SOB. Wait. Let me make something clear. There's one country in that region that has nuclear weapons. One. That could put an end to this tomorrow. And yet that's the difference between Jews who are civilized and Arabs. Because if the Iranian regime, if the Palestinian terrorists had nuclear weapons, they would blow Israel off the face of the earth. Which Netanyahu has told Obama. Which Netanyahu has told Biden. Which Netanyahu has told anybody who will listen. Let me ask you something, Biden. Have you put Netanyahu on your list of visits yet behind the president of Costa Rica? The left in Israel is trying to undermine the Netanyahu government, a duly elected government. Why? Because he has a problem with the radical left Marxists in his country is weak. He's a problem. So this joke of the media in his country is weak. And maybe someday look at that and see if that's factions in their intelligence service things to go on strike. Now, now's not the time for recrimination, but let's put some facts on the ground. We have a big problem in this country. It's called the Democrat Party. When is the Democrat Party going to put down the Hamas Nazi wing of the party? When will the media stop promoting AOC and her sympathies with the Hamas Nazi Party, the Democratic Socialists? Look at the people in this country protesting. What the evisceration of the Jews and so forth.
We appreciate the great one. His book, #1 New York Times bestseller, Mark Levin, Hannity.com, Amazon.com, Tulsi Gabbard, and Glenn Youngkin as we continue.
The good air cough. Oh, no. Bye-bye, cough.
Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Okay, not talking to yoga. And teaching to coffee. No coffee is a movie? Hashtag still not coffee? Well, that was a relief test at any time of cough together. It's not cough season. It's always comeback season.
When you need to prepare for unpredictable adventures, you need WeatherTech. These units are 4 degrees front and rear. Seat protected to save the seats.
They're all yours.
You can now. Drop it at WeatherTech.com.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Partner Plan. Together, lose up to 18 pounds in the first 2 weeks. The Partner Plan is a great value. Partners save 15% more money versus an individual plan. Plus, lose up to 20% more weight than doing it on your own.
Together, we lost 85 pounds.
Get food for 2 people shipped free every 2 weeks. Save 15% more money and lose up to 20% more weight than doing it on your own. Call or go online to get started right now.
Are you sick of power outages? Tired of sitting in the dark, not knowing when the lights will come back on?
That's why we created this solar generator. Protect your family because it's fume-free and safe to use inside.
Plus, we get the solar panel free. Go to ForPatriots.com.
Do it now. Get your solar generator with free shipping and free panel at ForPatriots.com.
Where do I get that press?
Only Fox Nation ships out. Coming to the electric Spanish Father's Empire, he went in to build his own.
What kind of crap is that? You're just shit.
Separate the flock.
No dream is too big to challenge.
Oh, don't look at me like that. Allah is saving us, Joshua. Or should only Almighty Allah require such blessings.
Do not speak his name, not even him. Of all of us, he scares me the most. You know what he's like. If he learns I do not have the luxury of your ship now.
You may have taken interviews truth in the past, but you have proven your worth many times. You executed those rebels recently. That was a task more cold-blooded than was ordinary. Perhaps he should fear you.
It is your voice that resorts to Shaitan himself. Do not trust. I want no trouble with your friends.
Shaitan! That is high praise coming from you. It is as I told you. We are favored and need not fear anything.
Where is Guam? He is late.
As always, my friend, you worry too much. Which is why you are merely Alvo, and I am Aisha.
Text Stone.
My apologies, Doan Bin Arslan has been murdered, and we fear there is an intruder. We must get to the safe zone.
I knew something was wrong. Duang is never left.
This is not a skilled tradesman job.
Text Stone to 59583.
Those two are with the old order, and they serve a third they call El Mardihwa. But now, I need to find a way out.
Gallup poll from March found that Democratic support for the world's only Jewish state, the only democracy in the region, Israel, at an all-time low of 38%. Republicans, it is 78%. Not exactly surprising. The squad representing it should be higher. Why is Democratic support 38 for Israel? That's your former party, Tulsi. Why would they support a group that supports this terror organization?
Yeah, Sean, I want to highlight and underline that's my former party. It's one of the reasons why I left the Democratic Party is there are far too many people who are among the Democrat elite in this party, both politicians and those in the mainstream media, who very simply hate America. They hate what we stand for. They hate the principles enshrined in our Constitution. We see this bears fruit through their attempts to censor Americans, undermine our First Amendment rights, use the rule of law in the Justice Department to try to go after their political opponents. We see over and over again how much they hate this country and also how much they sympathize with and romanticize those who are our enemies, those who seek to destroy us. They refuse to acknowledge this Islamist threat that is the greatest short and long-term threat to our country and people around the world, threatening our country, security, and freedom, and refuse to take it down.
I find it very, very frustrating, and frankly, inexplicable. You see acts of terror like this, and all we hear from law enforcement press is we didn't show restraint. This would be the equivalent, you extrapolate out Israel's population losing 1,000 people, and America's population, it'd be the equivalent of 35,000 Americans being killed in a single day. And we're going to lecture Israel about restraint? No, I would lecture Israel about the right and frankly the duty to defend their homeland.
Yeah, Sean, here's what I'd like to ask all of your viewers, all Americans, to reflect on for just a moment. Just 1 month ago today, we observed the 22nd anniversary of the Islamist terrorist group Al-Qaeda's attack on our country on 9/11. This attack that we have seen against Israel that continues to go on by Hamas, an Islamist terrorist organization, is their 9/11. Our leaders and people around this country and around the world need to really wake up and recognize this threat that these Islamist terrorists pose to us and to countries and people around the world, and be committed to defeating them. Leaders who refuse to acknowledge this point out they either don't know or they are too afraid to be called an Islamophobe to speak the truth.
All right, Tulsi Gabbard, thank you for being with us. More Andy, more and others as we continue.
Fast signs, your signature flavor into every sip and sign. Fast signs, make your statement.
This is a special alert.
Israel is
Hey, that's
Israel is
close.
power to destruction.
Marcus and was squarely in the crosshairs. Our people are targets in their own homes.
Many have lost their and fear for lives.
The international settlement has launched an urgent response to rescue those affected by this violent attack.
Our teams are on the ground across Israel delivering life-saving aid. Your urgently needed gift of only 45 cars will have fresh food, water, medicine, and emergency supplies. Jewish families have nowhere to turn.
Can barely keep my eyes open.
Well met.
Peace be upon you, sir.
It's important to know that you are staying safe at home. Visiting Angels is committed to your safety and comfort. Our compassionate.
Allow me to browse your stock.
Lots of choice. Always reliable. Very well. A wise warrior looks after his gear. You don't want to be caught short. Nothing else?
I must be on my way.
Farewell.
يكاد يكون كأن هل
يخدعني عقلي.
Citizen! Do you fear your child may sicken? Are you anxious for their comfort? The Khalifa expects the new world.
لا أحاول شراء المتجر بأكمله. كن عاقلا. هل ستجد محكة على فلس نحاس؟ خذها أو اتركها. علي إطعام أسرتي أيضا.
العملية الحسابية. هذا ما كنت بحاجة إليه بالضبط. ما كان يخطر على باله
Good. You have kicked many nests. Mercenaries are everywhere, like angry ants.
It explains Beshi's absence. He's avoiding the mercenaries.
I hope the trouble was all worth it.
I have discovered 2 of the officers are working with the Order. And there is another. Their leader.
3. That would explain the Order's reach in Sharqiya.
The first 2 go by the names Al-Rukh and Al-Aishma. The third, they call Al-Mardikhwar.
They hide behind pompous names like prideful children.
Do not mistake the Order's vanities for childishness. They are the real power behind the Abbasids. Did you discover anything that would identify them?
The one named Al-Rukh was called Jasur by his companion. He is hiding from his past, and lives in fear because of it.
Jasur, yes. That must be the Arab general Jasur ibn Basel.
I know of him. A coward who stole credit for victories on the battlefield, won by others.
A past he has gone to great efforts to hide. Jasur has a villa at Qasr Saleh to the west. You could look for him there.
The one called Al-Aishma, his real name is Nadir. He has command of ships and is not timid like his companion. Arrogant, in fact.
Nadir.
That must be Admiral Nadir ibn Havid. A boastful fool concerned more with his ships than his own men.
Ah, yes, the Admiral. Boastful perhaps, but brilliant. He has created several new warships for the Khalifa. The Order's reach has grown if they have recruited Nadir. You should look for him at the lower harbor, to the north.
As for their leader, Al-Mardikhwar, I learned only that he is away from Sharqiya, and expected to return soon.
This one I do not know. It is the first time I have heard the name.
If he is their leader, he ordered the death of my men. He's the one you must find.
Yes, and for other reasons besides. Our best hope of finding him is through the first 2.
Find this Al-Mardikhwar, Basim. As we agreed, I will wait for Beshi. I am grateful for your help freeing my men. Take this token, with thanks.
I will find Jasur and Nadir, and unmask their leader.
They will be wary now, protected within their strongholds. You may have to lure them out. Tread carefully, Basim. These are dangerous men.
So am I. Greetings.
Welcome, welcome.
Have you any new tools for me?
Take a look. Seen enough?
Can you make this better?
Here's what I have. Is that it?
Thank you for sharing your gifts.
Farewell.
للصبيان وجمال البنات. يجب أن أسأل أمي.
The eunuch's gossip used to be
There, one of the Thahabin members. I should investigate.
You there! Stop!
Another shard.
ابتعد عني!
Then look no farther than Ahmad the Spicer, located in the heart of the bazaar. He will have you hungering for every bite. The Khalifa approves this message.
I need your eyes, my friend. Enkidu, I am sorry for putting you in danger.
What?
Yeah. This is the harbor. Now to find Admiral Nadir. Care for some exercise?
Your enemies are our enemies.
Just lead the way.
Here, dog!
Yes! You see? Isn't this nice?
Awful timing.
Boost! I'll call for help!
Not getting through.
You wait!
Good! Watch your balance! Got it! You are mine!
Focus, Basim. This is a detailed diagram of a strange-looking ship. Yeah. I was looking for you. This shipment is headed outside the city.
You have... Hey, please! Pay attention to your last aim! Just die! Please!
A note directing all shipments to a location just south, along the river Tijla. This shipment is headed outside the city.
Hey, it's him! God! He's over here!
The Shurta keep getting underfoot. Could you help clear my path?
It will be my pleasure. Citizens of Baghdad! Where are you? The bandits who attacked
Let us see what you have got.
Here is what's available. Ever useful. Sold. Only a fool neglects his gear. You don't want to be caught short. Nothing more today?
I must take my leave.
Safe travels.
They are looking for me.
لكن تلك العدسات قد قطعها بصورة سيئة. أكاد أجزم من أن الأشياء الصغيرة أصبحت مرئية عن قرب، كما لو كانت
بعض الشيء أن يفقد صبي يده هكذا وليس له جرم غير الجوع ولعل أريني لبعض
بأكملها غدا للعب كما
هل قرأت رسالة أن نعتز بمدينتنا هكذا؟ عذبوا بضعة عبيد لكنهم غير من العمل شيء لإنقاذ رفاقهم.
Oh, away!
لا أحد يعلم متى سيعود الحسن.
It wasn't Sajjad that led the charge into the riot. It was me.
اعتقاد أن الإسماعيليين يشكلون
لماذا؟ لكن ها؟
Be my eyes, Enkidu. You must not fly there now, Enkidu.
Give me strength.
Don't want you here.
The Admiral cares more for this precious model.
I'll finish you!
Yeah! Nice hit!
So slow! Pathetic!
Steady now! Right! Wait, what?
Yeah!
Die! Die just in time! Too slow! Got it! I'll ring the alarm!
You will stop! Yeah!
Wait, what? Ha! I'll silence you! I'll ring the bell!
Better. Come on.
What's just taste this? Got you! Got you! What?
Admiral Nadir is very concerned about keeping fire away from his prototype ship.
No one who dares raise their hand against me escape!
A letter from Al-Mardekhwar about missing shipments belonging to the Turkic mercenaries. The Admiral was stealing. One down. Now to deal with Al-Ruh.